Like other Hoysala temples, this is also standing on star-shaped platform. The platform provides the space for people to circle the temple from outside, as the architecture of Hoysala temples do not have space inside the temple for such ritual, which is considered as sacred among Hindus. The main entrance is east-facing. The other three sides have a shrine or kalasa each. Under each shrine, there exists the sanctum sanctorum, within which the deity is presiding. A sukhanasi or vestibule structure connects the main hall and the sanctum sanctorum. The main entrance is flanked by the doorkeepers, Jai and Vijay, the traditional doorkeepers of Lord Vishnu. The stone entrance is not as ornate as that in Belur and Halebeedu. Let us start our journey from left to right, as is the tradition. As any other Hoysala temple, this is also divided into multiple friezes of stone structures. Walk a few paces towards your left. Cross the section of walls which is adjacent to the temple entrance. Please pay attention to the friezes that you see. Now walk to your left, cross onto the other section and place yourself near to the wall facing south. This is the second south-facing wall from the temple entrance. There are 7 distinct friezes that you can see in this wall. Lowest one is made of elephant, symbolizing the solid foundation and strength to hold the massive temple weight. Please pay attention to the elephants at the corner. They have peculiar shape, as if each half is spread across the 2 sides that are meeting at the corner. Second layer is a series of horses with horse riders mounted on them. This signifies speed and agility. The third layer is decorative layer, but at the corner you will see the face of lion, which is crest symbol of Hoysala dynasty. The layer above this has sculptures of stories from the great epics of Ramayana, Mahabharata and Bhagavata. Fifth layer, a series of pair miniatures, pillars and shrines. Between each pair, you will see a small sculpture of god and goddesses carved. Please observe the miniature shrines. You will see a carving of lion, the Hoysala crest symbol, between 2 miniature shrines. Sixth layer is another set of decorative. The last layer has another set of carvings of gods and goddesses. In this section of the wall, you can also find a small strip of carvings in the last layer depicting some of the Kama Sutra mating positions. These are found in the center section of the wall. If you see the upper portion, you can see nicely carved pillars and perforated walls. You can also see beautifully carved slabs which are placed in between the pillars. The uppermost part of the temple structure is covered with nicely carved stone structures. Most part of it is still intact, but you can see that some of the portions are broken or worn away due to time and weather conditions. Please go to your left. As you turn to your left, you will see the exterior walls covering the first shrine. If you see it from bottom to top, you will observe that it is 16-faced geometric shape that extends into a dome shape. Above the dome, there is a pointed kalasha at the top. This is the section from where you will start seeing large sculptures and statues of gods and goddesses in the middle portion of the section. If you observe carefully, you can also see that the friezes in the lower section are slightly different from that of the walls that you saw near the eastern entrance few minutes back. The difference is in the 5th and the 6th layer. 5th layer is a series of mythical creatures called Makara, and the 6th layer is of a beautiful creature, peacock. The line of friezes continues until the end of the third shrine. From now on, we will mainly focus on the big sculptures of various gods and goddesses. Please remember that these are mainly related to Vishnu's various avatars and forms. Because of the 16 vertex star-shaped structure, the artisans are able to fix more sculptures by utilizing the space created by the angles and corners. If you observe carefully, the sculptures that are in the front projection are various avatars and forms of Lord Vishnu, Goddess Lakshmi, Brahma and Saraswati. The statues that you see on the back side are usually that of female sculptures. From the appearances, dressing, ornaments and posture style, we can make out that these are more of Apsaras and Gandharva ladies.